This is Kaia McKenna, the conduit of karma, and you're listening to the Fans View podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Fans View podcast. On today's episode, I'm so happy to welcome back someone who is a Black and Brave Wrestling Academy graduate. She is a wrestler that debuted in 2020 under the worst circumstances possible. She's fought back through a crazy injury. She's come back sharper. She's come back more confident. She is the conduit of karma. She is the good witch. She's a champion, a creative, and someone who understands that loving this business means respecting it. She is Miss Kaia McKenna. Kaia, welcome back for the second time on the Fans View. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic today, Jarrett. I really appreciate you guys letting me come crash your party again. It's going to be a good time.
Of course. And we were just talking off camera. I didn't expect today to start our conversation with Barstool Sports and hockey talk, but hey, there we were, right?
I mean, you have my hockey picture as the background, so I feel like it was a natural segue here.
And I have the 8x10 on the way in the mail somewhere.
Yes,
so hey,
yes, it is on the way in the mail. I just got a label printer, and it's like a game changer because I used to handwrite everything, and I was like, you know what? My sanity's worth $80 to print labels.
Fair enough. I love it.
So Good Witch Apothecary is moving on up in the world with some new technology.
I love it. The last time you were here was February 24th, actually, of 2025. A lot's happened since then. Yeah, a lot's happened. When you look back at that version of Kaia, what feels different sitting here today?
I feel like I've finally found my confidence. That's something I had been working on since I had returned from my injury. Honestly, I was really struggling, and I made it a priority last year to get my mental game straight because I've always been there physically. I've never had an issue physically in the ring or doing the wrestling part of being a wrestler, but sometimes being dialed in and being locked in mentally and having the confidence in yourself is such paramount and key to your success. So I really tried to put a lot of focus this past year on figuring some stuff out and getting my mental game where it needed to be so I could have an awesome year and an even better 2026.
Hell yeah. And in that intro, I forgot to mention, how could I? Number 200 on our 2025 rankings. We are moving up in this world. So I just wanted to make sure you got your flowers for that.
Thank you.
And to kind of piggyback off of what you said, because the last time you were on the show, it was a lot of focus on trying to get back in the rhythm. You had just come back from the injury. Do you finally feel like you're operating from a confidence and not recovery?
Yeah, I've totally put that behind me in the past. I don't even think about it anymore, which is where I really needed to be. I needed to get back to that flow state where I could just trust my body to do what it needed to do without the overthinking occurring, right? So I don't even, it's almost like I didn't have an injury, if that makes sense. I finally cleared that hurdle. I don't even think about it. And the nice thing is I don't, my opponents don't think about it or ask about it anymore. It's kind of fallen out of the news cycle. Finally, it only took 3 years, but I'm so grateful to finally be able to put that 100% behind me and move confidently in the ring and perform with a level of confidence I've not had before. So I'm very excited to see where it takes me this next year.
For sure. Was there a moment or a match or just a realization when you were like, I'm back, I'm good, the mental hurdle has been overcome, physically I'm good? Was there a time period where it hit?
I would definitely say when I wrestled Lena Cross at Focus Pro this past year in 2025, because leading up to that match, I was still kind of in that mushy middle area of okay, I've kind of moved past my injury, but I've not fully moved past it and where I want to be. And it was such a good test of my skill set, my ability, my mental game that I had been working on. And to have that type of match with such a formidable, amazing opponent really helped me lock in and get where I needed to be for the remainder of 2025. It's on Focus Pro YouTube if you want to catch it. It's a phenomenal match, but it it was that moment that made me go, okay, like you're where you need to be and you can do this and
Right.
enough is enough. So nothing but
Absolutely.
immense gratitude for Lena for having that match with me and helping me get over that hump that I desperately needed a little push to get over.
for
She's
sure, that because
incredible.
injuries like you sustained, you know, are just as much mental as they are physical, for
But yeah,
sure.
a lot of
For
times when
sure.
we're doing recovery, we're very dialed in and focused in on the physical aspect of it,
Mhm.
like going to your physical therapy, getting back into the gym, like going to your doctor's appointments, you know, doing your red light, doing your stem cell, whatever you're doing to facilitate that healing. But we often neglect the fact that what you went through was probably a little traumatic. You were removed from something you love for a period of time. So it's like you're experiencing a loss and you have to grieve that loss, right? So I just hopefully moving forward, I can keep that mental lock in. Oh my God, I can't talk. Hopefully, moving forward, if I ever have to, God forbid, overcome anything again, I remember to prioritize my mental health as well. And any wrestlers who are listening that may be going through something tough or going through an injury at the moment, like your mental health has value and it's a huge part of your recovery. So please do not neglect it and make sure you are also healing your brain and your mind and your well-being.
I love that. That's a fantastic message, not just for professional wrestling, but I think everybody, honestly.
Yeah, the athlete
Um,
mindset's something that's very it's very powerful and it's very good to be dialed into.
for sure, for sure. You know, something that we didn't get to talk about the last time. You captured some gold in 2025.
I
Uh,
did.
the WrestleMax St. Louis Women's Championship. That's not a mouthful or anything.
No, it's not.
Um,
If you hold on 1 second, I will grab both titles. I just did not
let's
have
do
them
it.
right here. So
Love
give
it.
me 1 second. Oh my God, they're heavy. Okay, we're here. I got them both. We have WrestleMax Women's Championship. Very lengthy long reign. Very excited to hopefully make some new defenses in 2026. So it's a
I
beautiful belt.
love
It really is.
I love it. I love it. And you're not just one belt, Kaia. You are our two title Kaia.
I am two title Kaya. Well, technically three. I am also the Invictus Pro Wrestling Women's Champion in New York City.
I love it. I love it so much.
I am not even trying to buckle this. We're just going to show it off. This is also a very beautiful belt that
I
I am
love it.
very proud to defend. I just had a very successful title defense against Nixie XS, and my next title defense will be in February against Alice Crawley, which will be a first-time matchup, and I'm very excited to wrestle Big Al.
Very, very excited for that.
I'm a
That's going to be a good one.
too.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That one's going to be a barn burner. You know, does being a champion, I love it. That's the thumbnail right there.
Yeah, here.
Does being a champion affect how you approach your matches now, or how you carry yourself in the locker room, your preparation?
I would say yes and no. No, because I think it's very important to be a good human being and carry yourself like a leader and be the person you would want to be around, regardless of your status or circumstance in a company. Whether you are brand new at the bottom of the totem pole or at the very top, you need to elevate those people around you and you need to be a very important part of the team. So I've always tried to go into any locker room that I'm a part of with the mindset of make it a better place and be a person you'd want to be around. So no in that aspect, because I've always had that mindset that it's
Right.
like status shouldn't change how you treat people or how you're treated. But as far as preparing for my matches, I would also say no, because I've always taken this very seriously and I've always worked very, very hard. And it's not like I've just been hanging out in a rocking chair chilling, you know, the past year and a half. Even when I didn't have a title, I've been grinding, whether it be in the gym, in the ring, doing other sports, like trying to build athleticism in other ways, become more explosive, become faster, stronger, be able to like hit harder. And all of those things are the reason I'm a champion. So no, my game really hasn't changed. I've just been consistent. And I feel like consistency is absolutely key when it comes to being successful as a professional wrestler.
For sure. I love that answer. I love it. You know, one thing I've noticed, you know, following your career the way I do, you've done a lot more work down in the Southeast, in the general region, you know, especially on the back end of 2025, the Carolinas, you know, Tennessee, just
Absolutely.
the entire region. How does that region challenge you differently? Because like you said, you have a title belt in New York City. That Northeast crowd is very known for being vocal and just on top of you, whereas the Southeast gets a little bit different of a rap. But how do you kind of compare and contrast those two fan bases?
I often say like I learned how to wrestle in the Northeast, but I learned how to work in the South, if that makes sense.
Yes.
But the ideas apply universally. I think that yes, there are certain markets that respond to certain things more than others. But at the crux of it, the basis of professional wrestling holds true no matter where you are in this country. And if you're very good at what you do and you understand what you're trying to do and you understand people, you can make them bite. I would say, though, working in the Southeast definitely helped me get out of my shell and interact more with crowds. And like, I've always enjoyed a little bit of antics in my match, but the importance of being creative and being smart about where you incorporate those moments. Working in the Southeast has been an absolute joy for me. I think it's very important to challenge yourself and go wrestle different places in front of different people who might not know who you are. There's obviously a comfort when I work in the Northeast where I'm from and I've done a lot of work. People kind of know who I am when I go to certain shows, so it's like they're familiar with my work and there's a comfort there, right? Like it's safe. Or even like in the Midwest, because I was based in the Midwest for a little bit, right? But to go into a new territory and have to like reestablish yourself and you can't assume anything is such a good challenge for anyone. So I would encourage any other wrestlers out there to just one weekend out of the year go somewhere different. Or not out of the year, out of the month. One weekend out of the month, go somewhere different. Don't wrestle all of your dates in the same state or the same little like 3-hour radius.
Little bubble,
just take
yeah.
one weekend and just go somewhere different. Like, it doesn't have to be a super far, crazy trip. Literally just go somewhere you've never been before. And it can be so rewarding. So I've just always tried to go to different places and experience different people and different fans and learn from it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Hey, you. Yeah, watching this right now. I see you. If you're enjoying what you're watching, I've got one quick favor to ask. And it only takes a second, costs you nothing, and makes a huge difference. If you could go ahead and hit that like button, maybe drop a comment. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed. Doesn't seem like much, but for small creators, it's everything. So let's help more people find this channel and keep the content coming. And honestly, I'm pretty sure the podcast will be really grateful. So if you're having fun, you like what you see, make it official, click those buttons. And
that's for sure sound advice.
We'll see you next time.
There's definitely a lot to that. And, to kind of piggyback off of that, earlier in your career, it was reps, get reps everywhere, anywhere, whoever will book you, I'm there. $50, hot dog and a handshake, whatever we're there. As you kind of start to progress, you get a little bit more selective. How do you decide which rooms are worthy of your energy, I guess is the best way to say it.
I kind of think anytime I get to wrestle for fans, it's a privilege regardless of where it's occurring. There is a little bit of give and take. It's like you want to go, okay, am I doing this for money? Am I doing this for experience? Or am I doing this because I have a good opponent? Like, there are factors that contribute to it. But to me, to be able to be a part of this business is such a privilege. And if something fits into my schedule and it makes sense for me to do, I will certainly try to do it. Because, well, yes, you want to have these big matches. You want to wrestle people better than you, and you want to climb up the ladder. I think so many people are so focused on the climbing aspect, they miss so much good stuff along the way, right? If you're only ever focused on having opponents that are quote unquote cool or better than you or matter, then it's like you're not going to get those lessons from all of the other environments that exist in this business. So I try to go like, what am I learning from this? Not even like, is it a status thing? Is it an opponent thing? Like, is there something that will benefit me in some capacity from taking this booking? And like I said, it's not always money. It's not always your opponent. Like, you have to weigh the outcome, correct? Because I have learned just as much from having matches with people who are newer, per se, than as wrestling people who are more experienced than me. Everything will help make you better in the end. So I think you should take every opportunity you get to learn something, regardless of where it is.
I really respect that outlook because it's difficult, especially you've come up in the ranks in such a way that, people know who Kaia McKenna is now. So it would be easy for you to be like, yeah, I'm not taking this little indie booking. I'm going to go work for MCW this weekend because they're going to pay me more. And it doesn't seem like money is your motivation really, or like you said, climbing the ladder where that's the only thing people are concerned with. And that's what I respect most about you, I think, is your love for the business. At the end of the day, kind of trumps it seems to, from a fan perspective, it seems to trump everything else, which,
I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to climb the ladder just as bad as the next person. Like, we all have one common goal here, right? No matter what your sport is, we all want to win a Super Bowl, we all want to win a Stanley Cup, but
love it.
You have to be very aware of what you're being taught on the journey in professional wrestling. And when you get that opportunity to win the Stanley Cup or to win the Super Bowl or to win a women's world championship or even just have a match on TV. You want to make sure you're ready and you're prepared. Because like I have certainly had opportunities that I was not prepared for and I have fumbled big time. And a lot of people quit after something like that. They can't hang, but you got to pick yourself up and you got to learn from it. So preparation is key, really making sure you're learning from those experiences so you're ready when the next one comes along. And if your road is easy and you're always pulled along or you've given people that can drag you kicking and screaming, when you get that opportunity, you might not be able to grab that brass ring and it's all for naught. So it's very, very important to make sure that you are learning and working with people of all skill levels, working in all environments, being in front of all kinds of fans. So when that opportunity comes, you are ready. Because how many people that opportunity comes and they are not ready, and we all know it.
Yeah,
so I never wanted to get caught with my pants down again, per se. You know, it was a very strong motivating factor for me to really dial back in. So.
Yes, absolutely. Well said. Well said. The conduit of karma. I love the whole I love the Kaia McKenna package, that whole aura. It really feels like you've come into your character. You know who it is. You know what it is. And it's just evolved over time. Are you more intentional now about how that energy comes across in the ring? Do you feel like you have a bead on who you are and what you are in the ring?
Yes, because I never wanted to be pigeonholed as a comedy wrestler. I take this sport very seriously. I train very, very hard. I am a very physical, aggressive, hard-hitting professional wrestler. And I think to have myself pigeonholed into a witchy comedy bucket is a disservice to what I bring to this business. So I have tried to learn how to implement my gimmick and my character in a manner that connects with fans and resonates, but also allows me to just go in and be a good witch, bad bitch, to feed off the energy of the fans and use that to fuel my intensity and my power in the ring. And that is it's another way of telling the same story. And I still will do certain things where I'll set myself up for success. Like, oh my God, we have a lot of chaotic energy in this match. How can I contain that? Let me do this spell. Let me do this practice. So there is still that element of witchiness that exists. Right. But when I'm in the ring, we are all like witchy business. We are like 10 toes standing on witchy business these days. So it's an evolution to be seen more seriously in a business that had written me off for some period of time.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a hoss in the ring. We don't want to mess around. When did your character stop feeling like a gimmick and start feeling like you?
It never felt like a gimmick because I'm a real witch, so it's always been me and who I am. I would say the learning curve once again here is how do I implement that into my performance in a strategic manner? That was the growth for me. I've always felt like the witch that I am. There was no adjustment period there because this is such a huge part of me. It was learning how to effectively express that in a way that resonates with the fans.
For sure. And speaking of expressing, yourself, one thing that we talked about, and I don't think we spent enough time on it last time you were here, was your love for being a grandmother almost, your sewing and your creativity that comes through, that comes through, that part of your lifestyle. You spoke very passionately about sewing and making your own gear and seamstress type things. How important is that control, of you're creating your own gear? You're not waiting for someone else to make it for you, in your confidence level?
I think that it definitely plays a role in your confidence because you look exactly how you want to look. There's no miscommunication in vision per se, right? Because it's up here and then I execute and then it's done.
Right.
I would also say that on the more surface level, it is very cost effective to learn to sew. And it is time consuming and it is frustrating, but guess what? So is professional wrestling. So you learned how to wrestle. You could certainly learn how to sew. I believe that. It's just where you want to put your time and your energy.
Absolutely.
Because I certainly was not the most eloquent professional seamstress when I first started, but I have learned a few things over the years. So I love having that creative control. I think I might have spoken on it previously. I was very inspired by how Mercedes Moné, when she was Sasha Banks, had a very defined brand and look for her gear. Like the colors may be changed or the theme may be changed. Like she did Sailor Moon, right? But it was still Sasha, like in Sailor Moon get up. But Sasha,
Right.
you can see the gear does not change. And there's something to be said for having a very strong brand identity as a professional wrestler. And there's a lot of equity in having a look that people associate with you. So I wanted to be able to not only make my own gear, but find a gear that worked for me and then work within those confines of the pattern and be like, okay, I can do Star Wars. Okay, I can do Shorzy. Maybe I just want to do gold, but like there was no limit. And there was a new creative challenge for me is like, how do I make this look happen within the confines of what my gear is? So I think it's more of like just a very strategic marketing thing on my part is having a very identifiable brand.
For sure. And we joke about that part of your life being your grandma vibes, but all kidding
Very
aside,
peaceful existence, I'm going to be honest.
yeah, I mean, in the craziness of professional wrestling, it's probably nice to just sit there with your pug and your sewing machine and just relax. But is that creativity, and this kind of piggybacks off of that, is that creativity and that sewing, is that kind of how you find your balance away from the ring?
Oh, 100%. And away from technology. Something I have prioritized this year as well has been like unplugging a little bit. And I know that term gets thrown around a lot these days, like, oh, we all need to go touch grass. But like making a conscious effort to be like not only touching the grass, but rolling around. Getting outside, like leaving your phone in the house. Like when I sew, I'm not on my phone. Like I might listen to some music or a podcast or something, but I'm not like doom scrolling while I'm sewing or rhinestoning or whatever. I love to read. I love to read. I've read 40 books on planes this year because I got so tired of just being in my phone on on planes constantly. It just, I had to do something to get out of my phone. Which I don't know if it's been good or bad because I have like 400 unread direct messages at this point. But I also figure anybody that like really needs me can just give me a call, like old school, right?
That's right. There you go.
But it's been good for my mental game too, to just kind of take a step back because there's a lot of and I work in tech for my day job, so it's like I'm in front of a computer a lot as well. So getting away from like people and technology seems to be like a big route for my hobbies. I love fishing. I like just going out in nature, like to the beach, just like sitting there, like golf. Anything that's like not like a technology hobby here.
Anything you could turn the volume down and just relax a little bit.
I mean, hockey, nice. I cannot be on my phone when I play hockey. Like it has to stay in my car. You have to be very present, clearly. Like shin over shin is a sin. But so just those sorts of things, I've tried to really implement that as well. And sewing is certainly a part of that too. It's just really having things that I do that are not people oriented or technology oriented.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, sometimes you just got to get away from people. I get it. More than anybody, I get it.
I really value people and I value the fans and I value like all the interactions I get to have, but I think it's important to bake some time in for yourself as well.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody needs a couple seconds to take a deep breath. As we kind of start to round this thing out, one thing that, I love to ask people is, what do you define success as? But we'll kind of go a little bit micro in the sense of success. What does success in 2026 look like for you?
To continue, I felt like I ended 2025 in a really good place where I was enjoying what I was doing. And I had certainly lost sight of that for a little bit. It is very easy to do this business, is very unforgiving. So I would love, my only goal for 2026, honest to God at this point, is to just have fun, like to really just have fun and enjoy the fact that I get to be a professional wrestler. I get to be a part of this business that I love, to not take it for granted, to not put like immense amounts of pressure on myself that are A, unnecessary, and B, make this a miserable experience. I really want to have fun because I think the best things happen when you are truly enjoying what you're doing. So I want to have fun this year. And I know that's not like, oh, I want to be on TV. Oh, I want to win a title. Oh, I want to do this or this or that. All of that is a bonus to me. Anything positive that comes out of this experience is a bonus. I am here because I truly enjoy it. And I want to make sure 2026 is the most enjoyable year in professional wrestling for me.
That's something I can get behind for sure. Plus, hey, getting signed and all that fun stuff, we can put that under the banner of fun. So it's all wrapped up in one.
Anything positive that comes out of the experience is a bonus for me at this point.
It's all encompassing at that point.
Yes, I love wrestling. I really, really do. And I'm so glad I am in a place where I love it again. I think getting to work really good promotions in the Southeast helped me get there. I owe so much to Colby Carino at PWF, for helping me rediscover my love. TWE, Jaden Newman, Dylan Hales, Matt Griffin at Action Wrestling, like everybody in the Southeast has been so good and so welcoming to me and really helped cultivate me and get me to a better spot in my career. So I would not be where I'm at right now enjoying everything again without all of those wonderful people I just mentioned. So thank you to all of you.
That is fantastic. I'm so happy to hear it. As we wrap this thing up, I do want to ask you one more question, and that is, at this stage of your career, what do you want people to feel when they watch you wrestle? What's most important to you?
Oh my God, I just want you to turn your brain off and enjoy yourself for the 10 minutes I'm in the ring. Like, just be present and have a good time. Like, I want you to have a good time with me. That is the most important thing to me, because if the fans are having fun and I'm having fun and we're all having fun, it's a good time.
Love it.
That's
what
I want more than anything else, is for the 10 minutes I'm in the ring for people to just have that escapist moment where they are truly enjoying themselves as much as I'm enjoying myself in the ring. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We're here to have fun tonight. It is. And it's so important to remember too, because I feel like I've said this maybe in the past as well, as like professional wrestling is the only sport I've done where people will like have a bad experience or have a bad match or just have an off night, and they will literally be dwelling on it for 3 months. Like, you'll see them 3 months later and they're like, oh my God, blah, blah. And they're still like just so hung up on this one like shit thing that happened. And it's like, when you are an athlete, you just need to leave it. You have more games down the road. You might have playoffs. You might have title matches. You might have whatever is coming down the pike. You cannot stay in that miserable moment. You have to, refocus. You have to meet the next moment and get back to what you're doing and have fun and go put yourself out there. So I really, like I said, want to focus on having fun this year. And I really would encourage everybody else to do the same. This is not that big, dude. Like, just have a good time. And I promise you good things will come. Stay focused, like meet your moments, and do not beat yourself up over shit that happened 6 months ago, 3 weeks ago, like whatever. Timeline be moving so fast these days.
Yeah,
it's gone.
Everybody just chill. It's all gonna be okay. We're all gonna make it through this thing. Let's just have some fun and enjoy ourselves in the process.
Yes. You know what makes wrestling more enjoyable is making sure you have a good support system and things you do outside of professional wrestling. I love my friends in wrestling. I love my opponents. I love my tag partners. I love the promoters I get to work with. I really enjoy everything wrestling adds to my life, but it can't be everything. And you will find that a little bit of balance will also make this business much more enjoyable. So make sure that you have something else that you're passionate about, that you enjoy doing, whether that's another hobby, another sport, spending time with your family. It's very, very important to have that balance. So please have the balance. That's key to fun.
Well said. I love it. I love it. Well, as we let you go, Kaia, where can people get a hold of you? Where can bookers get a hold of you? Most importantly, where can people get that sweet, sweet pug merch?
Oh my God. Okay. My merch is all available at the Witchy Apothecary, KaiaMcKenna.bigcartel.com. I will be adding some new stuff shortly. I was just trying to clean everything out for the end of the year. I am on all social media platforms at Kaia MCK. So that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky, all the same handle. You can find me there. You can DM me. I'm pretty good about getting back to promoters. I also have an email set up on those profiles if you would rather email me. That might be a better avenue if you're trying to book me at this point, because my DMs are very interesting. We'll leave it at that. So, but yeah, that's where you can follow along. I try to be active and engage with people as much as possible. That's reasonable. As long as you're like being a decent human being. Like, if you're being crazy, I'm like, no, I don't have time for you today. I'm sorry.
That's fair. You know what?
One day I hope I'm manifesting that one day I am famous enough that someone can run all of my social media for me and I never have to look at it. Like, that I can just be like, here, I'm going to post a picture here and there. But like, that would be so wonderful to hit that level where it's like you have the social media presence, but you don't have to own the social media presence. Like, oh, good grief.
Appreciate that. I can appreciate that.
Now, people be crazy on like X and stuff, and like on Instagram leaving crazy comments and like just being unhinged, and I just laugh. Like, people say mean things about me and I think it's so funny now, and I don't know what that says about me. Or maybe I've just finally cracked and broken.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair. I live for the day where it's like somebody else can just handle all the craziness on social media for me. That would be
that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, guys, make sure go support Kaia. Don't be a shitbag on social media, but go support Kaia. Show her some love.
I mean, or if you're creative and you're funny, sure, I love a good laugh. I mean, I like to think I have a good sense of humor about myself over here, but yeah.
Hey, well, that's fair. If you're going to be a shitbag, at least be a funny one. Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to be an asshole, at least make her laugh. It's the least you can do. We're going to go ahead and link her big cartel in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, just make sure if she's in your area, be the Northeast, Southeast, Midwest, West Coast. She's all over the place. Go check her out at a show. Go order some merch. You know, show the pug love. All us pug owners, we got to keep it strong. And guys, most
Empress
importantly,
was trying me the other day. She woke up, she pooped in the house. I rolled through it with my office chair. So you know how that is. So I take her outside. I'm hosing the poop out of the office chair wheel. It's like 30 degrees.
Love
it's like 8 a.m. She gets stuck under the porch. I have to crawl under the porch through like the mud and the blood and the beer to drag her out. She's covered in mud. I bathe her. Then I have to blow dry her because she's cold. So she gets a full blowout with the Dyson, you know. And then she gets a lovely little warm breakfast of chicken and quinoa. And I'm just like, this little bitch. Like, seriously. As I'm hosing dog shit out of my office chair wheel, like at 8 a.m. in 30-degree weather.
I don't curse more than when I have
eating chicken and quinoa. So there we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the pug life. I'm telling you, I don't cuss.
Though. Honestly, I wouldn't trade her for the world. She is my best friend. So.
Absolutely.
But,
I don't cuss. Like I don't cuss any more than I saw the post and I immediately empathized. She was like
dry humping my last nerve yesterday. I'm not even kidding.
That we're going out on that. I love that. Dry humping my last nerve. That's going to be the thumbnail clip. That's going to be the caption. But yeah, I certainly empathize with you when I saw that post yesterday. I don't curse any more than when I curse at that damn dog. I love him. I love my pug, but my God.
I know. I just looked at her. I was like, for real? Are we like for real?
It's like living with a little furry terrorist sometimes.
A gremlin, yeah.
I'm telling you.
Oh,
well, guys, on that note, now that we have established, make sure to go show Kaia some love. Especially, I mean, we got to buy some 8x10s. We have quinoa to buy for our puggies. So
yeah,
make sure
tum-tum.
Make sure to go show Kaia some love. Show Empress some love. And most importantly, guys, don't forget to call your moms.
If you haven't liked or subscribed, you're going to be joking me.